Welcome to the video. Sorry about last video that people not were able to hear what I was saying. Today we talk about the Ötzi, the Iceman. I will share the link about his last meal video to prove that humans are not carnivore or omnivore at all. So you need to know a little bit about human history that goes beyond 5,000 years ago, way longer ago than that. The time of Eden paradise, the first humans on the planet in East Africa, near the equator, where it's warm, where the sun is straight up. There lived the first humans, people like the examples of Adam and Eve, which were never existing, but that is where people lived on what they find in nature. I mean, what is attractive in nature. If you look at Ötzi's last meal, is it attractive to eat a grain, one of the first grains that growed? Is that attractive? Not at all. If you see a beautiful colored mango, that is attracting the eyes. That is natural food, because that is easy to take. But like the Ötzi, he needed to hunt a deer and another kind of goat that lives in the mountain, a mountain goat. So that is complicated. The man was out of his environment, far away, looking for what? So when the climate change started in East Africa, people were moving up and were moving to the sea and started diving to find something in the water, like, excuse me, something in the water. And you need to know that seaweeds are also not natural, because they are too high in iodine and will destroy the thyroid slowly. The people were diving deep to catch fish, but how easy is that? It's not easy at all. So the beginning was easy, taking the fruit from the tree in the equatorial rainforest and throwing the seed after eating, and new trees were coming up. So there is no logic at all in meat that is causing so much deforestation in the world. Costa Rica, Ecuador, everywhere, Europe, deforestation for cattle farming, deforestation for soy, for feeding the cows. So that cannot be that we are here to deforest for food choices. The only logic is we came from the equator, we throw the seeds from the fruit, and new trees were popping up everywhere. Even that is still possible if we live in Europe or USA, when we throw apples, or in summer apple seeds or pear seeds or whatever, fake seeds, new trees can come up, but for sure we are not anymore in our natural environment, because we have clothes now which are toxic and absorbed by the skin, and creating a microclimate where it's warm, where the bacteria love to be warm and humid, and that causes so much health problems on the long term. So we were naked as first humans, and naked is still the best, because you are getting a stronger immunity system. There is no microclimate anymore that is lowering the immune system. So finally, from the sea, people in Africa, they moved up to the north to Spain, and there was fruit again. They eat fruit, but in winter there was no fruit. They went up to search for new locations, and that is how probably the Ötzi came into the Alps and was crossing the Alps. There was no fruit. He was hungry, and he started to harvest a grain, and he started to make a bow to kill an animal, because there was nothing else to eat in the high mountains. And that is the way that humans immigrated from their origin, and they went further up into the north of Europe, and there they needed to use the fur of hunted animals to make themselves warm, to create a microclimate. And then the disease started coming because people start cooking the food. There was no fruit up in the north of Europe, and that is the beginning of the disease history. So you need to understand human history, and you know, when you have intestines which are 12 times the body length, that cannot be a carnivore or omnivore, because everything gonna get through slowly and stick in there. Real carnivores like a lion have a short, big, wide tube, so that the toxic meat is going very fast to the elimination. We don't have such a digestive system. Hope the sound is better now. Peace and love to you all. Thanks for the comment, people. Thanks for subscribing. Ja Rastafari.